Today we are going to talk a little more about fibromyalgia, specifically about my experiences. And I've been going to physical therapy for a little while, and I want to touch on my experiences with that and if it's been helping me. So that's what we're going to talk about today. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications of when I upload, and let's start the discussion. So we've covered what fibromyalgia is, all about like the information, the ins and outs of fibromyalgia. So you're going to want to watch that video first if you haven't seen that before watching this video. It'll be linked in the description box down below. But for a little bit of a refresher, it is a chronic disorder that causes pain and tenderness throughout the body, as well as things like fatigue and trouble sleeping. Also, it can affect your bones and muscles. Now, if you guys remember when I was talking about chronic pain, there are 4 different types of chronic pain, one of them being functional pain. And this is when you're having pain that doesn't have an obvious point of origin, but you're still having pain. And this is where fibromyalgia falls under. So those are like the little tid points about fibromyalgia. A bunch of different signs and symptoms that doctors kind of look at when they are diagnosing for fibromyalgia. But they also mainly are looking at other different illnesses and kind of going off of, okay, so you don't have this, you don't have this, you don't have this, making sure that it is fibromyalgia and not something else. I hope that made sense. So that is your little refresher of fibromyalgia. So I wanted to talk to you guys about what I've been going through with fibromyalgia, and I've also been going to physical therapy for a while now, and I wanted to talk to you guys about if that's been helping and what kind of exercises and things they've been having me do, and so on and so forth. So, first off, fibromyalgia sucks. It just sucks, okay? I can't cut things or do dishes without my hands cramping up and getting really bad pains throughout them where I can barely use my hands anymore. It like hurts so bad, okay? Then if I'm sitting for a long period of time or even for 5 minutes, my joints in my lower extremities will start hurting and I'll have to sit there and switch and move. And then even if I'm sitting for 5 minutes, I will go to get up and my knees and my ankles will hurt really bad, like so stiff that it almost hurts to even walk, that you like don't even want to. And that's even if I'm sitting for a longer period of time, which is why sometimes I tell you that I'm only going to do 1 song instead of reacting to 2. Also, I think the worst one that's happening right now is my back. I can't lay straight on my back when I'm laying down and sleeping, or even laying down and watching a show. I have to prop my back up, and we'll touch more about this, to put it in a like certain type of position so it don't hurt. And that's because honestly I don't know why. I don't know if it's the way we lay or the way fibromyalgia is attacking my back, but it'll hurt so bad and become so stiff that I don't want to move. I mean, that's like the big thing. I feel like with my fibromyalgia is like I don't want to move. When it's attacking, unless if it's my legs, like I have to move, but I don't want to. So what do I do when it's attacking my back? So when I go to bed, I do find the best thing for me is to put a pillow underneath whatever way I'm sleeping. So if I sleep on my side, I put a pillow underneath my side to kind of support it, and then another pillow kind of underneath my belly, so I don't fall in any different positions and my side don't kind of like cave in. So it's really supported and in a stable position. And I find that helps a lot. And I don't know why that helps, but it does. I think it's just it being in a stable position, not falling in any way, is what helps. Now, when I went to physical therapy, she asked me, does my fibromyalgia act up when I'm in a car? And it don't. I'm actually really happy when I'm in a car, besides blaring my rock music as loud as I can go. My fibromyalgia don't act up. And she said it's because of the way we're positioned. It's a very natural sitting position where our body is aligned very naturally in a way, I guess, it wouldn't affect our joints, is what I understand. So I found that very interesting. So she also told me that it is best for me to get a chair that mimics a car seat or like a chair that I can fix up to mimic a car seat. So I wanted to tell you guys that because I found that very interesting. Anyways, physical therapy, it helped to an extent. I'm able to sit a little longer and my joints don't hurt in my lower extremities as bad. My back is still #1 impossible. My hands, I just avoid anything that deals with cutting for a long period of time or doing a bunch of dishes for a long period of time. I instead do some and then stop and then do the rest, cutting it out because I don't want to experience hand pain. Then, I don't know if it's just the exercises she's having me do that's kind of helping my joints or what, or exercising in general because, exercise is very good for you. Because fibromyalgia is a very complicated thing. So I don't know how that's working. Stress acts it up worse. Like recently, I had to deal with something very stressful. And it didn't matter whether I was doing my physical therapy exercises or not. My whole body was like, you're done, wasted. Like, you're dead. Like, it's over. But then when I'm not as stressed, it don't matter. My back's like excluded from everything. My back at all times is like, all day, every day, I'm attacking you. Okay, why don't I show you my exercises she's having me do. So, they're sit-up with arm reaches. So just like a natural sit-up thing. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I'll just read them to you. Hook lying, clamshells with resistant bands. So it's just like opening your legs with resistant bands. Okay, stop thinking dirty thoughts. Weighted ab twists, Russian twists if you're familiar with working out. Clamshells with resistant bands. Seated lean backs, which you're just sitting on a bed and you're leaning back. And I'm like, how does this do anything? She said it works your core. Like, okay. Bird dogs, which I never heard of, but you're on all fours and opposite side you're putting your right arm out and your left leg out at the same time, and then you switch. Then standing lumbar extensions, so you're standing and you're, oh that hurts, leaning back and then you're coming back to standing, mountain pose. Side stepping with a resistant at ankles, so you're just doing exactly that. Marching in place, still don't understand that one. Then she has me taking a pillow and putting it on my legs and pressing down while clenching my abs and then letting go and then doing it again. And I'm like, I don't understand this one. She tells me it works my abs. Okay. Rotations, where you turn your legs to the opposite direction and you look that way. That is incredible because sometimes it'll pop your back and it's like, oh, so nice. When your back pops and you're having back problems, it's like gold. Leg raises and bridges. I think that, and putting a pillow in between your legs and squeezing. So those are the workouts I have right now. And I like some more than others because I was a dancer growing up. I did some wrestling. I did a little bit of jiu-jitsu. I was very active growing up, and then my health got worse and I became like a shell of my former self, right? Don't feel bad for me. Because that's just what happened when you have an autoimmune disease and you just have chronic pain. Things like that happen. So having to deal with starting over sucks. I like more heavier exercises, but that's off point. Some of these I find help where I'm not in so much pain when I get up. I think physical therapy is a good thing for fibromyalgia, but also I feel like going for a walk is good for fibromyalgia, and maybe just starting off slow when exercising. So I'm kind of like, honestly, does my insurance and I need to spend all this money for physical therapy? And do I have to do 6 months every 2 weeks of physical therapy? I don't know, honestly, but it is helping a little bit so far, so I can't deny that. So that's where I'm at so far with my fibromyalgia. There are some days that are better than others, and I think that's just how it goes. Some days that I'm not in so much pain, and then others where it's just like, oh, please go away. That's just how it is. Let me know if any of you guys deal with fibromyalgia. Do you guys have any tips and tricks on how you deal with your fibromyalgia? I'm still new at the game and still figuring it out. I'd love to hear your guys' experiences, what you guys think of physical therapy. Did it help you guys? If you went, get the discussion going down in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe and well. I'll see you guys in the next one.